Oh, sorry guys. 1 minute, 1 minute. Jennifer has to get ready, and we lost our guests, my friends. No worries, no worries. We'll just hang tough till we get Cece settled down. Jen's up walking around, so he's gonna keep barking while she's moving around. She's settled down. Jen's up walking around, so So as soon as we go live, of course, Cece wants to play. Go figure, go figure. There, that's better. Hey, nice wide screen. So, hola, hola, friends. Thank you for joining us. Truly appreciate it. Our dear friend Jorge, he had a family emergency. He had a hard day at work today, and he didn't get home till late. So, he's unable to join us today, my friend. So, you have to put up with just me and Jennifer. But we do have the GoPro working nicely now, as you can see. Nice clear picture, nice wide screen. We got the microphones working good today, as you heard in the background. uh, so Jennifer has a few things she would like to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just gonna kind of babble along, as we can't use our prepared um, live topic. We don't have our guests, but that's okay. So we'll just kind of babble on. But you guys feel free to hop in and um, you know tell us whatever questions you may have. So you may direct the topic tonight. We're easy. Um,
Yeah, any questions, just blurt them out. Don't be shy.
yeah. So we've been kind of getting in the last of sorry, getting in the last of our sightseeing in the Yucatan before we leave. So we've been to a few cenotes, and you might ask yourself, why, why do you go to so many cenotes?
Yeah.
Well, I just
Here.
looked up a fun fact that there are over, there's an estimate that there are over 7,000 cenotes in the world. 6,000 of those are in the Yucatan Peninsula.
Holy man, 6,000 are in the Yucatan. Wow. And 7,000 in the world,
Approximately.
approximately. Wow, I didn't
Some
know
are yet undiscovered.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty impressive.
So that's why we go to so many, and we've been from the very rustic family-run ones up to the very prestigious reservation-only ones, and they're all fantastic. They
Yes.
all offer they're all unique. Some of you may know that there are a few different kinds. You've got your cave ones, so those are completely closed, and then you've got your semi-open and your open. So the open ones are going to be the oldest because the cave has collapsed in on itself, and so now they're open. And semi-open is younger, and a closed cave one is new.
Yeah, and the above ground ones, they call them it's a cenote, but
A cenote is basically a sinkhole
yeah, basically a sinkhole,
filled
yeah.
with fresh water.
But the above ground ones are a lot nicer for senior citizens, people with mobility issues. Like there's three in Progresso that we did the video on, and they're great for people with mobility issues. I think I mentioned that before, so we won't carry on with that.
Yeah, so I think we're done with our cenotes in the Yucatan, though.
Yeah, we've been to several.
Yeah. But there'll be a couple videos upcoming of our experience on that.
Yeah,
Um,
Friday's video is actually a cenote.
um, we've now rented a boat. We have several
Oh,
things.
you're gonna give it away?
Oh, was I not supposed to?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
It don't matter.
Um, so there's several things we want to celebrate this month. It'll be 2 years, our 2 year anniversary moving to Mexico. It'll be our 14-year wedding anniversary,
Right.
and we are leaving the Yucatan. So we really want to focus the rest of our time on downsizing, packing, um, and spending time with friends we've come to know and love in the area. So a little more low key this month, but with one great big party in the middle on
Yes.
a boat.
Yeah.
Well, not a great big party,
No.
smallish party.
Yeah. 10 people. Yeah. Roughly 10 people.
Yeah. So that's enough for me. That 10 people is a big party to me.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll do videos on that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do a video on that. Not too terribly long. So we hope to get some fishing in. Obviously, a couple cold beers, a little bit of fishing, some swimming, and a boat ride. And I think they're probably going to take us over to Chiberna, close to Land's End, where we go swimming all the time, and where me and my best friend in all of Mexico, Jorge, go fishing. So that'll be fun. We're really looking forward to that trip.
So beyond the boat trip, there's nothing planned. Oh, we're going to be going to a beach club. So we did.
Yeah, so Saturday we decided, Sunday, sorry, Saturday we're going to Jessica and Jorge's to spend the day with our family. So the next live will be Sunday, not Saturday, guys. So you can watch for that on Sunday morning. But I think we're going to try to do it a little bit later on, closer to lunchtime. So maybe get a few more people up and about. So last Saturday we didn't have a lot of people hop on. People did watch after, but during the live itself, we didn't have a lot of people. But I didn't give much notice either, so that didn't help either. So anyway, no big deal. People watched it later on, so that's always great.
Yeah, so we just did the live there. So we're not doing a video on that day, the day we spent at the beach in Progreso.
Yeah, at Beach Club, we'll go live there on Sunday.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just talking
just
about the
it's,
last one. I just want to. Doesn't matter.
yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't do a video on that. No, it was just a live.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what we kind of asked at a few different places, not every place along the beach, but so the Cake House. We asked them. They had umbrellas and lounge chairs on the beach, and it looked really nice. They were actually lounge chairs, not tables and not plastic tables and chairs. But
Yeah.
anyways, and all they require is that you order an entree and a drink. They didn't other than that, and like not a minimum dollar amount. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. It was some really nice chairs, but there that was the first stop. We went down the beach a little bit, and the first guy we asked, they wanted 300 pesos for table and chairs with shade, and I did barter with him, and I got it down to 250, I think. But sometimes they're willing to barter, and sometimes they're not. So I don't know. It might be cruise day, might be the difference. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
And likely on a cruise ship
yeah,
day, it's probably going to be more money as well.
but so we didn't decided not to go to that one because and that one like that was all you're getting was the table and chairs. Like if you ordered drinks or food, it was extra. But we chose not to go to that one because the bathrooms
Go ahead, babe. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit.
the
There we
bathrooms
go.
were too far away. So if you're gonna pay 300 pesos and You still got to walk all the way down the Malecon to go to the bathroom, and they were not very good bathrooms. So
No, the public bathrooms on the Malecon are not the best. I mean, there's a bathroom in a pinch if you really have to go, but yeah, they're not the best. Better
so
off to go to a restaurant and use the restaurant bathroom.
so we went a little further down to the beach. So there's some permanent palapas, like two large rectangular palapas. Um, and they have both tables and chairs under the palapa, and then they have umbrellas with lounge chairs as well. Well, they actually set up a little bit different. They had two lounge chairs, an umbrella, and then also a table and
Yeah, that's
chairs
right.
all
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
So he said it was 300 pesos for the table and chairs under the palapa, and it was 350 pesos for the lounge chairs and the whole setup. Um, and I was able to barter with him, and we got it for 250 or 300. We just stayed at the tables and under the palapa for 300. And at that point, we really weren't sure if we were going to eat or not. So that's why I think if we were 100% knew we were going to eat, we probably would have gone to the cake house.
Yeah.
But we weren't 100% sure. So the bathrooms were closer. They went to Mariscos de Chichi on the Malecon. That's where you use the bathroom, and that's where you got the food, which we did end up ordering. I ordered some empanadas, and I don't know what you got. Probably shrimp. I don't know. I don't remember.
Sorry, when are you talking about?
What did you eat?
When was that been? On Sunday or Saturday?
Yeah,
What did I eat Saturday? Oh, I had tacos.
right.
Yeah, I had
You
tacos.
had octopus tacos,
Yeah, the octopus. Yeah, that's right, the
and I
octopus
thought that was
tacos.
weird because he doesn't like octopus.
Well, no, I do like octopus. It's just when it's cooked properly, I like it, and a lot of times it's not cooked properly. And I've had it a couple of times in Progresso where it's been cooked really good, or once anyway, where it's been cooked really, really good, and it was nice and tender. But almost every other time that I've had it, it's like calamari, squid. It's like just chewy and rubbery. So, and on the weekend there, it was rubbery and chewy. So, yeah, it tasted good, but it was really rubbery. It's overcooked, is what it is. It's being overcooked.
So we were there until the rain threatened, and so we
Yeah,
skedaddled, and just in time because skies
yeah,
opened right up as we were driving away.
yeah.
Um, and then, but on the way out, we were parked by. I had noticed another beach club that I had not noticed before, and the sign said La Antigua. And I don't know if any of you've ever been to Progreso, but there is a restaurant not on the Malecon, but just across the street,
Kitty corner.
kitty corner,
Yeah,
called La Antigua, and we've eaten there a couple of times.
yeah. The food's pretty good there, and
Yeah,
it's reasonably priced too.
I prefer the breakfast, but I always seem to prefer breakfast in restaurants over
Yeah.
meals. So I stopped in and I asked them, how much their tables and chairs were, and it was solely consumption. So if you know you're going to eat, I would look for one of these places, like the Cake House. Their minimum was one entree, one drink per person.
Yeah, one entree, one drink.
La
That's right.
Antigua was 300 pesos per person.
Which is easy to do. 300 pesos per person at a beach club. I mean, it's nothing to spend 300 pesos.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure if you went down the line, I don't know. There's one. The building kind of looks like a castle, uh, and I don't know how to
Careful,
pronounce.
your microphone is on up here, Mike.
It kind of looks like a castle, and it's right by the sign, but it looks really fancy, and I can't pronounce it, but I think it's Huagay or something. That castle one right on the corner across from the cake
Oh,
house.
yeah.
We never inquired there how
Where
much
is this sign there? I never even don't even recall seeing it.
you have.
Anyway, it's a nice looking place.
Yeah,
I have videos of it close
I
by.
maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to inquire about that one. Maybe we will inquire
Yeah,
about
it
it.
just looks so expensive, and there's never anybody in there, so I'm thinking it's too expensive.
Yeah, I have seen people in
Yeah.
there, but yeah, it's
A
not a
little
real big.
further down,
We'll inquire about it
I
this
would
week, and we'll find out this weekend.
I would say it's Silser is at least a half a block to a block away from the Malecon, and I know that they are consumption only as well, and they're probably all around 300 pesos a person.
Yeah,
We can maybe hop in there and look too. And I think La Antigua had parking, did they not?
yeah, they did have parking. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there was parking as well. So, which is kind of nice for people that live here. Come with a car. I love it when because you go there on the weekend in Progresso, and a lot of times there is no parking whatsoever, none.
Hmm.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Hola from Colorado. Good to see you.
Welcome.
How's the weather there?
Bit of getting part of October in the mountains.
Yeah,
Might be a little cooler.
getting close to snow time.
Maybe not snow, but cooler for sure. Um,
Uh,
I wonder if the Rocky Mountains in Colorado are just as beautiful as the Rocky Mountains in Canada.
yeah, well, I know Colorado's a nice state. It's beautiful there. Beautiful.
So beach clubs. We could talk about what I found out about renting boats. 8,000 feet sounds really high. I'm at sea level right now, so I'd probably die
Yeah,
if I went to 8,000 feet.
yeah.
Might need oxygen. Things are different at sea level. Like baking is different. I still struggle
Yeah,
with baking.
10,000 feet. The snow is down at 10,000 feet. Snow is down to about 10,000 feet, and they're living at 8,000 feet. Yeah, Colorado is a beautiful state. Absolutely. Oh, the Rocky Mountains. There's no comparison. It's funny when I hear the people say the mountains here in Mexico. Those are
I'm
foothills,
like,
my friend.
where?
Those are not mountains. Those
Where? I
are
don't see
foothills.
them.
But they are beautiful here too. The Mexican mountains, they're beautiful. It's nice to get out into nature. We're nature people. Jennifer and I are nature people, and we could talk about that a little bit here about Mérida. People are flocking here. It's booming here, and the people that love it here, they love it. And I heard one guy, a YouTuber, say, oh, well, you don't like the palm trees and you don't like the heat. I mean, then Merida is not for you, and you don't like the beaches. Well, it's not really quite that simple either. A little bit more involved than just palm trees and the heat. It's booming here. It's expensive here. There's no denying it is more expensive here. Yes, you can live cheap here still, but your quality of life, what you're going to get is going to be less than if you're living somewhere else in Mexico compared to here. It's expensive here. So yes, you can still live cheap in Merida, you can, but you're going to get less versus say if you're living in Jalapa. So your $1,000, or say your $1,000 American is going to go a lot further in another city versus Merida because it's expensive here. It is, and there's no denying it. And it's hot here. If you're the type of person that likes being outside and doing outdoor activities, it's hot. Like in the summertime, you can forget it. You're not going to be outside jogging and running. And even in the morning, like it's 30 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's still 30 degrees with a high humidity. Like, you know, and we like outdoor activities, and even to take the dog. And if you got a pet, well, then it's even worse, right? It's hard on your dog when it's that hot. They don't. Your dog doesn't want to go outside and walk when it's 40 degrees Celsius. So yeah, we love Merida. Like, don't get us wrong. Merida is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful city, but I would not want to retire here, and I would not want to live here for forever. To come here and stay for a little while, a year, it was okay, but After 2 years of living here, both Jennifer and I, we're ready to to leave, to go and explore more of Mexico.
Yeah.
Get
We
up
got itchy feet.
into the higher altitudes, like you said there, you know. And if you do some research on Mexico, it's a large percentage of the population lives in the center of Mexico, and there's a reason for that, you know. So, and it's expensive here, and people are flocking here because they're Googling it, and it's telling all the gringos Merida is the safest place in Mexico to come. So they're all coming here, right? And that's driving up the cost of living, but also the Mexicans are coming here as well, and that's also driving up the cost of living as well. So supply and demand, right? It's not just the gringos that are driving up the costs here. Anyway, yeah, it's expensive here, and we're ready to move on, get into higher altitude. Yeah, I never been over to Mazatlan. Um, a lot of people like it over there for sure.
Um, if you like the weather of Mexico City better, there's a lot of surrounding areas
Yeah, if you got
that
a
you
dog
could,
long hair, yeah, wouldn't like it.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead, babe.
yeah, there's a lot of surrounding areas around Mexico City that you could probably, they would obviously have the same weather and it might be cheaper than living in Mexico City.
Yeah,
Though I think the only thing, if you can believe what we hear, is the only thing more expensive in Mexico City is the rent, but it's still cheaper than Merida.
yeah,
I just don't know. Like everything's an apartment there, so I don't know how I feel about that. But like I'm told, like Hidalgo is really close to Mexico City, so you're still close enough to go visit it. But it's cheaper cost of living, and anywhere in that center belt is going to be a nicer weather.
yeah.
Um,
Even at the beach, I mean, here in Progresso, you go to the beach, it is 5 degrees cooler. You got an ocean breeze more often. You're living at the beach is a little bit more tolerable, but it's still expensive. It's still the beach is expensive, obviously, right? Anywhere in the world you go to the beach, it's going to be more money than So yeah, anywhere in Mexico, any of the beach towns are going to be a little bit more money. You go inland, you're going to save money. So I think ideally, that's I think where we want to go to Jalapa. We're still be an hour drive to the beach. We can go to the beach for the day, if we want for the afternoon, whatever, and then come back home. And we still have the city life with all the amenities. Not as touristy as Merritt area. Not as many foreigners there, so the prices are down quite a bit. So we've been told anyway, a lot cheaper than here. So, and even the rent, I just seen even in Veracruz, actually, I'll give you an example. And Veracruz is on the coast. It was 15,000 pesos for an ocean view home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, gated, swimming pool, jacuzzi, um, security. So they had security cameras for 15,000 pesos. That's a that's a really good deal. You can also get that in Progresso as well, but that's a pretty good deal for being on the beach at 15,000 pesos. So yeah. Anything else you want to add, babe?
no,
No. Yeah. So when we do go to Jalapa, and then we're going to go after Jalapa to Mexico City, we're probably not going to live right in Mexico City. Yeah, exactly. 15K is a great deal for an ocean location. Yeah, definitely. And you can find that here in Progresso as well. You can, but you have to shop around and and and
and
uh,
be here.
and yeah, and bargain, you know, barter. So I mean, they can post whatever price they want. It doesn't mean they're going to get it, right? And everything here is negotiable, right? And money talks. Like what we did one time with one of our rentals, we said, "Hey, we'll pay 3 months in advance to not have a year lease," and it worked. And also, they came down in the rent too. So we forked out because we knew we were going to be there for 6 months, right? So we paid 3 months in advance up front instead of having that year contract. Because a lot of places here, I don't know about other areas, but here a lot of them want a year contract. And now that we've dealt with that, we've come to realize we don't want to deal with a year contract anymore. So, and that's one way to get around it. I think, say we'll pay 4 months up front, whatever, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it takes, right? So, yeah. And anyway, chances are we're not going to be living right in Mexico City. I have a friend that lives in Metapec, who's a local guy, and I met him when we were living at our first Pravada. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting a little bit chilly here with this AC blowing right on me. Anyway, yeah, so he lives in Metapec, and I wouldn't mind living closer to him. Nice to be close to a friend that you can hang out with, and you know, and somebody in the area. So that's likely what we'll do. I'm thinking anyway, but that could change.
And it's kind of a fresh start for us. We have to downsize once again because we accumulated way too much stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm hoping again for a simpler life.
yeah. We'll be downsizing again for sure. We got to get rid of more stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a roof rack put on the car, and then we'll get a car topper, which I'll just put light stuff in, a small car topper. Now you got to remember the car that we're driving is only a 3 cylinder, so I don't want to pack a lot of weight into it, right? Being a 3 cylinder, and it's just a sedan, so it sits low to the ground, and the topes are, I don't know, we don't want to be bottoming out all the way to Jalapa every tope we go over, so we'll try to pack light. We're going to get rid of Jennifer's bike. We're going to give that away to someone in need. And then we'll get her another used bike when we get over to Jalapa. So not a big issue. And yeah, other than the electronics, it's even debatable whether or not we're going to bring our television. I would like to just to use it for a monitor. So when we do our lives, our budget lives. So we'll see. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of did want to talk a little bit more about Merida. That I'm gonna miss it here. I really am. We've made a lot of dear friends here. Many friends we've made here. Wonderful, wonderful people. And there's a lot to do here. Like I said, you have the cenotes, you got the Mayan ruins. There's a lot of cenotes, a lot of Mayan ruins. You're close to the Caribbean. 4-hour drive. All the highways are really good here. That we know. It's a beautiful drive to Cancun, 4 hours, and you're at the Caribbean. Merida, half hour, you're at the Gulf of Mexico. You go an hour the other way, you're at the Gulf of Mexico, and you're in Campeche, which is another beautiful state and city. Yeah, being in the army, you must have traveled along quite a bit for sure. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV. I haven't since we moved here. I mean, I do a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, for sure, I watch a very little bit of TV, but nothing like we used to watch TV in Canada. Nothing, not even close. The TV is now coming on a little bit more now that we're over here, away from the beach. Jennifer's watching a few more shows than she used to when we lived at the beach. We were a lot more busy. But here, living out in the jungle where we are, because we're not right in Merida, we're about 15 minutes out of Merida. So, and there's nothing around here. There's nothing. So we have to drive everywhere we go. So sorry about the poor lighting, too, guys. We have electrical issues. We have all the lights turned on, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pot lights that aren't on, and all the switches are on. So you can see the pot lights.
So of 15,
Right, where am I going there? Right there. And that's turned on. There's 12 of those turned on.
15 in total, 3 work.
Yeah, 15 in total, 3 work. Well, and then the big ones. So, yeah. As you see the big one with everything's backwards. That one, yeah, with the fan. So, anyway. The news is chaotic. Yeah, I don't watch. Well, the news, the news I haven't watched in over 10 years, my friend. I turned that off a long time ago, even before all the BS in the world was going on. I turned the news off 10 years ago. It was exactly, it was too depressing. And it really was. If you're going to sit there and watch the news all day, every day, you're going to have a nervous breakdown. And then in Canada, it's really bad because the news is controlled by the government, which I'm sure it is in the USA too. So, but yeah, it's not news; it's propaganda. It's one-sided, one-sided stories. That's it. Anyway, we're not going to get into any of that anymore. So yeah, the news is too depressing. Turn off your television. Turn off your MSM. That's the best thing you can do to your mental health for your mental health.
Yeah, but on that note too, we haven't had a provider, whether it be satellite or cable or what have you.
Yeah,
We haven't. That's probably it's got to be 10 years
yeah.
since we've had anything like that. So we've just watched whatever we watch on the internet. Like we have
Streaming box and
Netflix and
Netflix and
Prime, and
Prime. Yeah,
um, and the year before we moved to Mexico, I don't think we watched any TV.
no,
Um,
no. We were working out. We
we
were hitting
we
the
watched a little bit
yeah,
of YouTube.
yeah. We were doing workouts on YouTube more than anything. Yeah, the last year before we moved here, we started to make a lifestyle change dramatically. We started getting healthier. Jen had lost a whole bunch of weight on the diet she was on, and we were working out every day. So yeah, the television. It's called programming for a reason. Yeah, the ship has sailed for me. Me too, my friend. Me too. I'm out and about in an area. Yeah, yeah, me too. I really got to learn the language. I struggle every day. It's really, I'm kicking myself in the behind for not starting to learn it earlier. So, but I am trying. Robots, yeah. Jennifer, thank God for Jennifer for learning the language. So she gets us by.
I still struggle, but
Yeah, and I heard
I have
that
improved. So
yeah. Oh, you've
I'm
improved
happy with
great.
that.
Yeah,
It was probably at least a year before um, I don't want to say improved, but at least a year before I felt like I had progressed at all. Like I really felt stuck in my learning language skills um, for about a year. So I mean, to you it didn't seem like it because you speak none.
yeah. Hey, I know a couple words. Come on now.
But yeah, but I have noticed an improvement now. So though I'm not in class anymore, I am still studying on my own. More, I try to do twice a week, but at least once a week. The twice a week was really getting really difficult to do. So, um, and plus the cost.
Yeah, it's
We really have to start over with
if
our.
you're on a budget, it's an expense, right? You know, it's another expense. But I'm thankful for the classes that I took for the 2, 3 months or whatever it was I was in it. I can't even remember. I would like to carry on with it again when we move to Jalapa, get back into to doing more classes, and hopefully I can get my local friends to help me a little bit more. Um, our dear friend Jessica was helping me for a while there, but they're busy as well with their lives. You know, they both work and they have a little child, so I need yeah, I need help with the language. That's for sure. So, oh well, just keep plugging away at it. Never give up, right? So that's all a guy can do. Never give up, never quit, right? You know. So, and I'm no quitter. Other than cigarettes, I was able to quit that in the weed. quit the weed and quit the cigarettes. So thank God for that. And I never was a drinker, so never had no issues with that. Never had any problem with drinking. I never even really liked alcohol until I was probably 20, 21.
I think you might want down.
Yeah, I think he does one down now. Hopefully he doesn't bark. So anyway, yeah, we'll go back to Merida just for a split second here. And Merida does offer quite a bit, but it is definitely not for everybody. It's hot here, hot and humid. If you like to be inside all the time, and then to run the AC is expensive here. It's not cheap to run the AC. That's one thing, living at the beach wasn't as bad. We didn't have to run the air conditioning half as much because we had a nice ocean breeze. So if you can get at the beach where you have a nice ocean breeze, then you can get away from running the air conditioner. Or if you're in Merida and you're not at the beach, well, then hopefully you have a pool and you can live in your pool maybe. Have all your meals in your pool. So we do have a pool, but yeah, you can only be in the pool for so much. So we keep the air conditioning on. We sleep with the air conditioning on. So we keep it up pretty high now, though. Like right now, it's at 27, and I'm cold. As I don't normally wear a t-shirt even, but
Well,
yeah,
you're usually sitting under it, so you're not getting direct.
yeah. I'm usually over on the other side of the table here. So anyway, yeah. So other than that, I think Merida is a great place to come and visit or to stay for the winter. You know, but if you really really like 40 degrees heat and it being hot and humid all the time, then this is the place for you.
40 is fine, but it gets hotter than that.
It does get hotter than that. Yeah, no, 40 is not fine.
It's not fine,
Not,
but
it does get hotter than
I
40 in
mean,
the summer. Yeah.
if all that it got up to
30 is
was 40.
fine. 30 is okay. I can live with 30 all day long, all day, every day. I can live with 30, no problem. But yeah, we had central air in Canada at our home that we lived in. And the other place that we had, and we lived in a mobile home for quite a few years, we bought one of those big portable ones because it does get hot in the summertime, for
Yeah, that
a
window
month.
one was great.
Yeah, no, the window one that we bought, it was one of those big ones on wheels, and it
Oh,
worked. It worked fabulous. And whatever room you were in, you could just wheel it in. It was awesome. It was great. But at the house that we bought after, oy, I I don't know why he gets frisky now because he never did before. We don't keep the air conditioning running all the time, like 24/7. In the morning, we don't turn it on till probably, I don't know, noon. So we keep it off, and then I'll turn it off and on throughout the day. Depending if it's cloudy out, then no. The problem with this place is there's great big windows behind you here that you guys have seen, I'm sure, if you go and watch the other videos. Yeah, small dog that carries a big stick. Yeah, he thinks he's 100 pounds. He really does. He's 7 pounds, but he acts like he's 100, and he goes after everything and anything that he can chase. So anyway, we have these great big windows that emit a lot of heat as the sun is right over top of us here behind you when the sun is out.
yeah, the windows face south.
Yeah, there's no blinds on them. They have the Maya shade, which the sun just comes right through them. I mean, it does block the direct sunlight, but it doesn't block the heat. So the heat just pours through those windows. So when we had the other place, the Bravada we were in, we got them to put blinds in for us. We paid for half of them, but it helped out a great deal with keeping the heat out. A great deal. So anyway, we don't own this place, so no blinds. So anyway, yeah, and it's hot here. It is. So you guys have all heard that, though. Everyone says that it's hot. It's hot. Merida's hot. Yes, it's hot. It's even hot for the locals. Like the locals are telling you it's hot. A friend of mine just posted a meme about, they did a funny joke about, oh, it's fall in Merida, or it's fall in Merida today. It's not 40 degrees. It's only 39 because fall hit. Type thing. So that's pretty much it. And then the cost of living, it is more expensive here. And it's a big city. There's a million people here like to drive here. We have friends that don't like to drive here because they don't like the roundabouts, and it's a little bit tricky. I'm used to it. I've drove all my life, and I've taken driving lessons. I have my class 3 with air. I don't know if that means anything to anybody in the US, but in Canada, I can drive a tandem. And I work for the government, so I've taken driving courses as well, defensive driving courses. Anyway, I've taken driving lessons, driving courses, and I don't mind driving here. It takes a bit to get used to, yes. And when I first got here, I was like, "Oh my God, I got to drive here! Holy crap, these people, this is crazy! Like they drive crazy." But you pick it up, you just do it, and like anything, the more you do it, the better you get, right? So, but yeah, that's another thing, the people, the driving, it's a little bit different. There's a lot of people here. I can't imagine driving in Mexico City. Oh my God, I'll be pulling my hair out, but you just got to do it right. You're never going to get good at something if you don't do it, or get used to anything. You have to get comfortable doing it, and that's by repetition, right? Over and over and over again. So that's another thing, the driving, the people. Say there's a million people here, and it's growing like crazy. Like there's people flocking here, nonstop, and not just Americans, Canadians, Europeans. More Mexicans are coming here as well from Mexico City. So it's really booming here. So that's driving up the cost of everything. So anyway, yeah, and I think that's about it. It's a good location, nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live here. And we're ready to move on. It's not for everybody, definitely not. So we'll see what Oaxaca is like when we get over to the coast over there. I've heard a lot of great things about Oaxaca. Have you guys ever been to Oaxaca? I don't know. I've never been there. So I've been to Mexico City once. I'm excited to get over to Oaxaca. I've watched quite a few videos on it, YouTube videos, which I don't really watch too much anymore because I'm living the life now. So, but before we got here, yeah, I used to watch a lot of videos on it, and we're excited. We're probably going to go to the coast in Oaxaca, I think, right, babe? I think that's kind of
We
after.
originally wanted to go to the town, but I
Yeah,
think it would be a lot like San Cristobal because it's in the mountains.
yeah,
So to get out would be a really long, uncomfortable car ride.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's on our bucket list, but we don't have to decide right now where
No,
we will be there.
and
So
I'm thinking too after Jalapa. So you know, in away from the ocean, Jalapa, an hour, and then Mexico City. Well, that's hours and hours away from the ocean. After Mexico City, we'll probably be ready for a beach town again, because we are beach people and we do like the beach. So, and we like the outdoors, right? So we love the outdoors. We like the beach. Just pure water, guys. That's it. Pure water.
mine's not pure water. It's a little green tea,
Cold green tea.
cold green tea.
Cold green tea. I can't do that. I'll just stick to the water.
So my wife and I were in Southern California on one of my work trips. I brought up planning for our next Mexico trip, probably Oaxaca, mountain location.
Yeah, that's a good call. I'm excited. Like I said, there's a lot more to Mexico than just a beach town, right? What I noticed when we were in San Cristobal was a lot of Europeans there. And then someone said to me that the Canadians, and it's probably true, but it's just hearsay, right? But I believe it's probably pretty accurate. The Canadians and the Americans go to the beach towns, and the Europeans go to the inner city towns in Mexico.
Uh, I think it's the Pueblo Magicos or Pueblo Mágicos that they go to because Valladolid had a lot of Europeans as well,
Yeah, when we were in Valladolid, there was a lot of Europeans there too. Yeah,
and that's not too far from the Caribbean. So, but people who go to the Caribbean don't go to Valladolid. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. The majority of them don't. They go to
yeah,
the resort and then they go home.
Yeah, exactly. They go to the resort and then they go home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, they go on excursions, and the majority, there are some people like you and I that get off the resort and go and explore the area. But the majority are just going to the resort, doing their excursions, and then going home. You're paying for an all exclusive resort, so you're paying big dollars. Why would you want to go off the resort and eat out and everything else when you've paid for, most of these people are coming to all exclusive, which is, not cheap anymore. It never was. So it's even more now. So don't blame them, but yeah. Geez, this picture is really nice, eh? With the GoPro. I really like it. I'm looking at my phone over here because I have it set up on my phone and then on the side here, and it looks really nice. Mine are dark though. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry, just off topic there for a minute there. Just admiring how great the video quality is. Nice widescreen. So anyway, yeah, back to Oaxaca. We've never been there. If anybody has in the that's watching, let us know. So we do have a couple of places kind of in mind when we get over there, but we're not 100% sure. I think Salina Cruz was one of them. Yeah, yeah,
Huatuco.
yeah, or Huatuco. Yeah, yeah,
But we may discover other areas in Oaxaca that we would like to visit. So between now and when we actually move there, so we're not limiting ourselves to it has to be Huatuco or it has to be Salina Cruz or Oaxaca City.
yeah, yeah. Salina Cruz was one I had marked off. That is, I got a heart beside it there, so it was kind of on the list we were looking at. And then another one was what do we got here? Well, I think we wanted to just check this place out. I couldn't even. How do you say that name there, babe?
Crucecita, Little Cross.
Little cross. That's what that means.
Yeah,
Crucetita.
Crucecita,
Crucetia.
Crucecita.
I think that was just a place I was going to go and explore and look at. We were thinking originally was Oaxaca City, just for the.
Because we hear about the culture and um, just everybody, just the food, and everybody loves, falls in love when they go to Oaxaca City. But yeah, I think you're right. We're going to be ready for a beach town.
Yeah, but we could do. Sorry, guys. The joys of having a dog when you're doing live streams. You guys love them as much as we do. You have to. So I was saying we could do 6 months on the beach and then do 6 months in Oaxaca City too, right? Like we're open, like that's the great thing of being free to travel around and not be tied down to one place. And you can't really explore an area in just 2, 3 weeks. You have to go and live there, like to really experience the area, the culture, the people. We want to live there like for 6 months to a year. I don't even think 6 months is really long enough. A year is really what you need to embrace the area. You know, that's my opinion. That's it. It's just an opinion. That's it. So that's what I think. 2 weeks is just not enough.
Yeah, my wife's aunt spends her winters in
Yeah,
Oaxaca City.
yeah,
She really,
yeah.
really enjoys culture and tours that Oaxaca is full of. However, the foreigners are starting to migrate there too. Yes, again, because I think it's a pueblo mágico. I was surprised how many foreigners were in San Cristobal because it's so, I don't want to say remote, but it's not easy to get to.
Hmm.
Like there's no,
No, it's not easy to
there's
get
no
to.
airport or anything.
No, there's no airport, and the roads are not that great. You got to drive through the mountains, but I think Oaxaca is on a lot of people's list because of YouTubers, and they've been promoting it for quite a few years now. And you can see, like with the internet, right, how beautiful it's there, right? So people are going there for the beauty of Oaxaca and the culture, right? The people, right? Like people talk highly of Oaxaca, the people, the culture, and the food, and it's very well spoken of. So that word of mouth gets around. So that's yeah, people are flocking there. I know I've known that for a few years now that people are starting to recognize Oaxaca as a destination to go, right? So I mean, it was on our list, right, for that reason, because it came on our radar because of what I saw online, and the beauty of it, and the people, the food, the culture. So yeah, I don't doubt that it's getting busier, like everywhere, right? Like when Jennifer was saying when we first went to Tulum, yeah, like Tulum was like a village, when we were there. Now, because we have our local friends that are buying a place there, and we haven't been there for years. And it's a
Not
city
since
now.
2009.
Yeah, 2009 last time we were in Tulum, and it was a little village, like literally a village. And now it's a booming city, So you know, all of Mexico is booming right now, though, right? Like, sorry guys, I gotta plug in my laptop here. There you go. Yeah, like, all of Mexico, the whole country is booming. It's Mexico's time to shine right now. So, and it's showing. It really is, and good for them. I hope we wish nothing but the best for Mexico and its people. And Jennifer and I are honored, and we're blessed. Literally, we're blessed to be here. We're not lucky. We're blessed, and we're honored to be here. And I want to treat Mexico, the country, its citizens, with nothing but respect. So, and that would be learn the language. So, yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Oaxaca and Mexico City too. I mean, I've heard more good things about Oaxaca because Mexico's a massive, massive city. So people do complain about the pollution, the crime. The crime's higher, the pollution. You know, I was only there for a week, and I never witnessed any of. I mean, you could see the smog when we were rolling in, but when I was down on the ground, I never really noticed. And I have a pretty good sniffer. My eyesight's not the best, and my hearing is gone, but my sniffer still works pretty good. And I never really noticed the pollution. So, and then you got to worry about earthquakes too, as well, in Mexico City. I guess apparently when I was there with Jorge at his father's, there was an earthquake, and I slept through it.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, it was very, very small, very, very small earthquake. His mother even said, his stepmom said, "Oh, you didn't notice the earthquake last night?" I'm like, "No." And Dart's like, "Yeah, it was really nothing. Nothing hardly shook. A tiny little tremor." But yeah, I slept through it anyway. It was nothing though. But that's always a concern too, right? Earthquakes, But that's all throughout the whole center of Mexico. I think a big, not all of it, but a large portion of it. So there's active volcanoes, a few of them. So yeah, and then after, so we leave here roughly November. We don't have a date yet, so but it's going to be the the beginning part, early part of November, and then then we'll be in Oaxaca. We'll take 2 days to drive there, stay there for 6 months to a year. It'll likely be a year because I have a feeling we're going to love it there from what I've heard and seen, and the more I hear about it because I'm still researching it and looking at Google Maps and just finding different areas where we can go and explore and whatnot. And there's lots to see and do there, that's for sure. And then it'll be Mexico City, the vicinity of Mexico City, not necessarily right in the middle, but in the vicinity around Mexico City. Who knows? We might live right in Mexico City, right? I don't know. I definitely will be going to visit Jorge's father, George Senior. So, and he lives in El Centro. We'll definitely be going to visit him. You know, so, and then I know Martin, my friend, he likes to go into Mexico City every weekend. So we'll likely be going in with them when they go. Hopefully, we'll probably go to start going to church with them when they go to church on Sundays. So they go every like that's how close it is. They go every Sunday to church and they go in every weekend. Yeah, have a good night, my friend. Safe travels for sure. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping in. We really appreciate you being here. Absolutely. Yeah, everyone's got their own thought, their own opinion, right? Whether I'm right or wrong. I mean, it's just what's right for us, right? Might not be right for you, but it's right for us. Thanks a lot, my friend. Hasta luego. God bless. So yeah, we're about to wrap it up here pretty quick here anyway, guys. We're going on just about an hour. Thanks a lot for hopping on. We really appreciate it. Really, really do. So yeah, I just want to say so. I was talking about Mexico City. Obviously, we're going to be going right into the city, even though we don't live there. Or if we don't live right in Mexico City, we'll still be spending a lot of time exploring the city itself. Our dear friend George's dad, Jorge Senior, he lives there, and his lovely wife. So we'll be going to visit them definitely. So, and then after that, then it'll be Oaxaca and probably be Salina Cruz, I think, first, and then on our way back, maybe we'll spend 6 months in Oaxaca City. Because I don't think we're going to go all the way from Oaxaca, Salina Cruz coast, all the way to the Caribbean in one shot. We'll be stopping somewhere. So, anything else you want to add, babe?
Hi, Baleen. Good night.
Oh, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, she stopped in last week too, so
Yeah, we really
that.
appreciate it.
No, there's nothing else I want to add. I think these guys have the right idea. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, that's it. Let's get the heck out of here. Everyone call it a night.
Yeah.
All right, my friends. Sorry, I'm getting dry throat here from talking so much. Have yourselves all a good night, my friends. Hasta luego. God bless everybody out there. And as always, peace on earth. Take care, you guys. And again, we're going to do our lives every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And Saturday or Sunday morning, it's debatable. No set time for the weekend because, hey, we're in Mexico. So, but this week it is going to be Sunday and it will be before noon. So 2 times a week we're going to go live. Our regular video will drop every Friday at 8 p.m. So I'll have one video every Friday at 8 p.m. live Wednesday and Saturday or Sunday. So if you want to stick around on those days for our lives, it'll be in the morning on the weekends and always at 8 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. So hasta luego, guys. Again, God bless you all.
Adios.
Adios. Peace on earth.